Everybody, good afternoon and welcome. Hey Tech, hey Underground, and Mike. Good afternoon, welcome. We are streaming on Twitch and on Facebook and on Kick, so welcome from wherever you are watching. But it is Tech, thank you. You say happy partner anniversary. It is actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is technically the 19th. I am right, aren't I? Yes. The 19th is technically the day we were partnered, but I'm so we're one day off. I didn't know if it was giving anybody a notification that today was a partnerversary. Tomorrow is, but it's close enough, right? It's close enough. We have been partnered for 8 years. 8 years. Can you believe it? So, Underground, what are you missing? It gave you a notice, so it told you today. Interesting. It's a day off. I just know it was the 19th. But I'll take it. I'll take today as a stream anniversary. I had not planned on it. But today I am glazing is what I'm doing. It is almost the 8-year anniversary of my first glaze stream, because I remember my very first glaze stream. What I did is I hauled everything to the front of the studio and like set up a table so I could glaze up there, because we at that point we had our computer sitting in the middle of the front of the studio, and we were like streaming from that. We didn't have the office set up or anything. We were just going to do a sound test, and it didn't. Well, it went better than we expected. It did. We've got a few people who've been here with us since that day. Underground, were you here the very first day? Did you see the very first day? You were within the first week. I know you were. And if you're wondering what's got Kiba so excited, I gave him a piece of ice. I've bribed him to stay up here with me today, and he will sit here and lick this piece of ice to death. That's what he's doing. I don't know why, but he loves his ice. But though his tail's not wagging, I expected his tail to wag, I am going to be working on a glaze today. I have a lot of things to put color on, and if you have an order in with us, you might see, if it's not already done, you might see it done today, because I've got a lot of individual orders I'm going to be working on. You think you were here on day 2. Well, hey, that's still been a long time. That has still been a very long time. So let's see. Question is what color to do first, and I think I'm going to go with gray and then maybe the iron. Question though is, where are those colors? Oh, really? The sequel to the Aeronauts Windless is out. I remember hearing about that, but I have not read it. I need to go back and read the first one anyway. What I've been reading lately is a bunch of Mercedes Lakey novels, because they have all been produced or are now can be found on Audible, which for a long time, like, you couldn't find her audiobooks anywhere. But I guess she's had like a new publisher that's put all of them on Audible, and so I've just been going through those. Oh, really, Tech? You found us at Gen Con. Whoa. Is that better? Was it too close to my face? It's good, but nobody else has read it either. This is gray, so I need the pieces that are down here. Let's see. Let's not knock those over. You bought a one of the Wheel of Time mugs and a Slytherin mug. Doesn't she have like 1,000 books? Like, I wouldn't doubt it. Or she's co-authored, like, something like that. She's very prolific. But hers was one of the very first fantasy books I ever read when I was younger. And so it was my introduction into fantasy. So there was a special place in my heart for all of her books. And I was, the first time I reread them as an adult, I was very nervous because I was kind of afraid that I wouldn't enjoy them as much as I did when I was younger. But it's the opposite. No, they're really good, and they translate over time. They're not just young adult books. Hey, Wacklet, you're reading the first book again, then you're going to read the new one. That's what I should do. I probably have it on Audible somewhere. I'll see if the library has it. But yeah, and this year I did a little happy dance because my niece has gotten really big into reading, and she liked some fantasy novels, and so I got her a bunch of books by the author she liked, and I gave her the very first Mercedes Lakey book, and I gave her the very first Anne McCaffrey, like, Dragon Riders of Pern book to see, like, thinking that those were good introductions into genres in fantasy books. And I don't know if she ever read the Anne McCaffrey one, but she, like, texted me and was like, hey, are there any more of this one? So I cleaned out all my physical books that I still had and gave them to her. I have to see if she's gotten through them. You take care of it? You got all of it, buddy. You did. Cobalt Reaver, thank you. And good afternoon. Welcome to the cat butt stream. There we go. Now you can see the rest of him. And Kiba doesn't know what happened, but something happened 8 years ago to where he got a whole lot more pets while I was working. Where's my sandpaper? I mean, he has how many dedicated cat beds over here for him? Yet still some of his favorite spots are a nasty piece of foam or a pile of bubble wrap. A couple days ago, a lady brought her service dog in the building, not realizing there was a cat in here, and when I saw her, she was just standing politely and waiting, and and she didn't see the cat. The dog, like, they didn't notice one another at first, but when they did, the dog was very polite, just went up and sniffed of Kiba. He was in a box of bubble wrap, so he was in a very secure spot. All he did was just poof up a little bit, and when he realized the dog didn't care, he just sat back down. Well, it was not important enough for him to get out of his box of bubble wrap. So this is the gray. It's going to be, these first few pieces are going to be for the unicorn farts glaze. And I'm doing this first because it takes quite a few layers here. We're going to do like this and then a layer of pink and then white and then gray and then pink again. Oh no! Oh, you're on the app. I've heard bad things about it. But I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Because I've kind of got everything up in one spot. Let's see. So those have their first layer. I've got some over here that are going to be either solid gray or the stormy skies. So I'm going to dip those as well. I just wanted to keep them separated because I have a lot of different color combos here today where sometimes... You okay, buddy? Okay. It's like, he just like paused mid-stretch. I read an article about cat years, and so in cat, like, dog years is like year times human years times 7. Cat years, like it like slowly like lowers. Like their first year of life is equivalent to 15 years old, and by their second year of life it's like 25 or something. So I think Kiba's around 75 then, because he's around 15 years old. So it's okay if he moves a little bit slower. I mean, he's never moved fast. But now he just has a good excuse. It works again. Nobody move. Actually, I think you need us to move. That way you will know if the camera's not frozen. I think I need a new sponge. Like just every time I use it here, something falls off of it, so. Spooky! Spook, you can stay longer. This time, I'm not getting out the board of anxiety for quite a while yet. Like you came in the other day, and I was loading up the kiln. So I'm gonna get a new one. This one is kind of at the end of its life. It's ready to be the end of a wire cutter. So I've got a these big car sponges that I just tear chunks off of. Why is that messing with the green screen? It's orange. Like when I have a green one, it does disappear, but older, slower, but still scary, yeah. So the first step when I'm prepping a glaze is, well, I guess to bisque fire the pieces. These have all been fired once. And so we put wax on the bottom, wax on the medallion after filling this in so we could see what it says. Let's see, I don't know what else messes with it, because I've got green in my apron, which is what, but like the yellow's right there. Yellow shows through, yeah. It's just the green that messes with it. It's very hard to find a tie-dyed apron that does not have green in it. It is very hard. We've got a 10-ounce hubby and wifey mug. Got big mugs, little mugs, travel mugs. No tankards in this lot. So something happened earlier between the cats, and I just saw the end of it. I don't know how it started, but like they were both cuddled up here together, and I just looked over, and Kiba has both of his like paws around Minnie's head and is just like aggressively grooming her head, but like, you know, almost like has her head locked in place and will not let her go. And I'm like, what happened there? Were you biting, and then when I looked over you started like grooming to not get in trouble? Is that what that was? Because they've been kind of swatty with each other. Kiba's got a red scratch on his nose. And we all know he probably deserved it. What? Oh, Underground said you've gotten so much better at sewing, I bet. If we want a new apron, let you know but they'd be loafs better than the previous ones. I'll have to think about that. Whack-led, I bet both of you are, yeah. Depends on what's being sewed, which is better. Well, I still love all kinds of aprons. The colorful and the brighter the better. What I was thinking of getting one time, but like I couldn't wear it on stream, and that's the reason I haven't pursued it more, is like a earthbending apron. Like I don't know if if the mic is turned on when we have our Be Right Back screen up, but where is... So that was the Be Right Back screen. I don't know if you could hear me or not, but it was like a yellow apron with like a green shirt, and neither of those would probably show up that well on the green screen, but like an Earthbending apron. Probably should have that for shows. That should be my show apron. Wacklet, you are faster, but Underground is a perfectionist. Ooh, there was a season 3 Avatar marathon on YouTube. You got caught up earlier today. Perfectionist is a label used to dismiss people who insist on doing things right. You do stuff right. You just have a bigger seam allowance. Sometimes we have more wiggle room. So it is easier to get things done correctly. What else? That is going to be iron. I think I've got all the gray. You know he's sleeping because his tail's not moving, but he's also snoring. Like, what is that? What is that noise? Oh, it's the cat. Sorry to bother you. I need to make some more iron. This is one that I actually use from my own recipe. I mean, I can see how you'd want to redo something and center it, because that can ruin an entire piece if something is off center. That can really trigger someone. All right. Let's see how I can do this, because there's not a lot of room in the bucket. Gonna let this dry a little bit and then do the other half. Hey Minnie, what you doing? Hey, Crispy. Still slaving away. Gotta make the donuts. Hey, that might work underground. Yes, the giant egg whisk. So, Colleen actually sent me that as kind of a gag gift when my drill died. And so I actually started using it because I needed something to mix with, and it works really well. It's like I don't really even need a drill. I can use that because it breaks things up really well. I don't know that I've ever just used a paint mixing paddle stick or anything, but I had like paint mixing drills. But no, it's kind of like loose. Some of the things have kind of loosened up, but no, it's like a weapon. I've got my whisk of doom. Your neighborhood donut shop started making glazed croissants, and you do not have diabetes yet. No, I forget where I was that had those. Like a cronut is what I've heard them called. The croissant donuts. Those things are amazing. They are so good. Like for Thanksgiving, I'm thinking about making some bread pudding. And the way I like to make bread pudding is to get day-old croissants and make it out of that, and it is so rich, but so good. Oh, amazing. Hello. Thank you. See, Twitch has got me confused now because I know it's on the 19th. I know it's tomorrow is my actual stream anniversary, but I guess the timing is weird. Like, Twitch can't count properly. Or Twitch can count, it just it doesn't always fall on the same day for them. But yes, so we have been doing this for 8 years now. How crazy is that? Did I choose the day? What do you mean choose the day? Like choose the day you get partnered or something? No, back when I got partnered, they told you. You didn't do anything for them. They just said they just offered it to you. There was no like guidelines of what you needed to do to be partnered. They just sent you an email and said, "Hey, we're doing this now." It's a new thing they've done. Oh, you can set the day you want them to appear. Okay. Like, I didn't know I had been partnered until somebody came in and subbed. I'm like, what is that? So they show up the day you're actually streaming. That is good. But it's better to do it today because I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I already had plans. We're going out to see a show for Daniel's birthday. But yeah, like I remember like the first year we were streaming, like I said, I think this is like the 8-year anniversary of a Glaze stream, my very first Glaze stream we did, because the weekend before Thanksgiving, they usually have a Christmas open house here in town, and it's going to be tomorrow. We're just not going to be here for it, but we made a big deal about it then, and the very first Glaze stream and the very first kiln opening I ever did was for the Christmas open house, and I had a bunch of stuff together. So I can kind of like associate that in my mind with like, I can remember what time of year it was and what I was doing because of that. And I don't know if we streamed it or not. I don't remember. Because we have a couple of times over the years. I just don't know if that first one we did. Maybe today's accounting for leap years or something. Who knows? Thanks, Allie Amazing. We'll see you later. I think this might be the last one. And I'll do that, I need to do the plate for the yarn bell. But no, streaming and, you know, specifically Twitch has just been amazing for especially for me not knowing much about it and not really wanting anything to do with it, right? Because the story goes, Daniel, well, the story is that Daniel was streaming and wanted to get a second camera. And to justify the cost of it, he's like, hey, let's set up a stream at the studio and do a pottery stream for you. I will buy this camera for you. And then when I didn't want to do it anymore, he would, you know, take the camera and continue with his own stream. But as we know, this stream took off. And so I appropriated all of his streaming equipment. After complaining and saying, no, why are we doing this? Nobody's going to want to watch me. I got work to do. There's going to be some overlap here, but I'm going to see if I can. Okay, and I'll paint some of this on, I think, or maybe pour it on. Some of that'll be covered up anyway, because this is going to be the fire opal. Oh, that went well. have to change out my water on this after this very first color. Actually, I do have one more thing to do, so. The only deaf guy, hello. Thank you so much. Observer Mama Bird, does Daniel stream anymore? No. He wants to, but now like we both got too much to do. This one didn't get waxed. Hey, Lassa. We've talked about like rearranging our computers, like where they are, like between the gallery here and home, because we've been just between me and Daniel, we've been playing like games on Board Game Arena, just on our phones. But some of them will work just a lot easier and be seen a lot easier on a desktop. So we thought about doing that, and that would be kind of fun to stream just together. So this one needs to be ironed on the inside and out. Then this is the plate for the yarn bell, which is the dome I just glazed. But Deaf Guy, we've been all right. We are staying busy. I feel like I'm gonna jinx myself and say I feel somewhat caught up right now, and then something will happen and we'll get behind. Recovering from having a couple of like disastrous things happening in the last couple of weeks, so we're all right. Like, what was it, like 2 weeks? So it's been 2 weeks since I hurt myself, and then so 1 week since like the electrical switch box that control the kilns, the power to the kilns, it started smoking while we were in here. That's one day that I didn't stream. That was the reason. I think it was like a Wednesday, because like we started the kiln and it ran for a couple of hours, and then suddenly the box started smoking, and so I stood out back. I turned off like the entire power to the entire building and just stood outside with my fire extinguisher watching this box to see if it was gonna go up in flames or what. But that is extremely scary, because that's not like something that I mess with, you know. It's not like I change out the elements in the kilns and the relays and stuff. I don't mess with the main power to the building, but that stuff can wear out too, and so I found that out. But luckily the electrician was able to replace it the next day, so we were operating again with just a little bit of a scare. But the electricians that came, like, they had been here before, and they were like, they calmed me down because they were like, oh yeah, it's just a burnt up wire, it's okay, yeah, we'll get this fixed up real quick here, yeah, no, we've got the power off and there's no power going to it, it's okay. So they calmed me down, thinking that it was like maybe a common thing. Whoa, what is all this? What's happening? 3089, thank you so much. Just things are popping off everywhere. Thank you so much. And everybody, welcome to the Muddy Buddies. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. And Small Girl Laura, I'm catching up here. Small Girl Laura, thank you so much. Saying happy partnerversary. 8 years, 8 years. We've seen a lot in 8 years. We're still making some of the same things, but I think the things are a lot better. And we have, thanks to you guys, we have grown so much. We wouldn't be doing all this without heck, we may not even have still been here without Twitch. But welcome everybody, and good afternoon. Happy Saturday, CATurday. Yeah, see if I can. That one's not dried out yet very much, so I can't really hold it by the top yet. Next I'm gonna get the jade out while I'm kind of waiting for that to dry, but I don't know why it's not drying. I'm wondering if, like I've noticed the travel mugs take longer to dry out, and I wonder if it's because they're thinner at the top, because it is so much thinner here that the water doesn't have as much area to absorb into. Wonder if that's it. Now into ads. It's not an ad from me. It's not my fault. A Wheel of Time travel mug. Yes. Yes. That's right. You have one. You have one of them. Yes. So you can order any of the mugs that we make in a travel mug in a different size, or even in a tankard, because or on a soup bowl. We can customize anything. Here we go. Tech, what are you looking for? You're still wanting another mug, but you'll probably wait till you get back to Gen Con. Yes. I do not blame you. And, we are going to be doing a cutoff soon, either at the end. It's either going to be on Monday or the end of the month, which is going to be pretty close by. So I may just say like the end of the month is going to be a cutoff for Christmas orders, so I can have time to get them made and shipped out. And I will say, like, if we put out a, last call for Christmas orders, it's going to be, like, for within the U.S. because I do not know how long international shipping is taking now, so I wouldn't want to try to promise that, not knowing how long it's going to take. But if y'all want to look at the shop and see what Wonder Hamster's been working on, we have mugs in stock mostly. We're working on bakeware. But if you go to the in-stock section, you can see what all is in stock, and then you can filter it by fandom, or you can filter it by product. And so you should be able to find all the things that are in stock if you wanted something right away. Tech, where are you at? Yeah, Detroit, yeah, because Indianapolis is there. The other one is in Columbus, Ohio. That's Origins. It's smaller than Gen Con, but it's another gaming con. Um, was that one? That was the iron color. So it was. I don't know if I've got anything iron here. What's in there? It was this color, so it's it's going to be a brownish color when it's fired, but there's also like it's a variegated, I guess you call it, glaze, because you can see it's got like flecks of red and green and brown and black in there, so it has almost a texture to it. So the pieces that I just did, well, I'll bring them back over here and they'll get this jade color on the inside. But this one is going to be jade and white instead of the jade and the brown. You love how the sounds in the studio don't bother the cats, yeah. Nope. Got a little bit chunkiness on the bottom. Now I need a paintbrush for this one. Have I ever dropped and broken one into the glaze? Yes. Though what usually I've done both. So what sometimes happens is if I'm holding pieces with the glaze tongs, I've had the tongs like break through the piece. So I will break the piece first, and that causes it to fall in the bucket, right? Or I have dropped pieces in the bucket where I've couldn't grip them very well. And depending on the piece, like if it, I mean, that usually doesn't break a piece, but then I usually have to, like, wash all the glaze off of it because usually there's a reason I'm suspending it in the glaze, whereas, you know, because I don't want the entire thing glazed. But at least you can do that. I'm putting like a very thin layer on the outside here to get the most contrast between the two colors, because it really doesn't take much to change the jade. It needs to be thin. Diomedes, hello! Party in Russellville. We did that one year. Actually, Wacklet and Underground drove down and surprised us for our 1-year anniversary. Y'all, and Smith Clay, too. Kiba's making some weird sounds here. Oh, Spock, thank you for gifting subs. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. Oh, Underground, did I fix it? Did I get all the bare spots? Diomedes, use your sub coupon, yes. And if it, I'll try to look and make sure that everything, but I think you can. You should be able to. I'll make sure everything is marked so that you can use the 2 coupons at the same time. So what Diomedes is referring to is subs. If you are a sub to the channel, well, even if you just got a gifted sub right now, you can go to the Discord channel and get our sub coupon code to get 15% off of anything on the website. And then, like Diomedes did, if you then renew your Kiba Kibble, your channel points for a 10% discount, you can use those together. And what it'll do is it'll do a 15% discount, and then it'll take another 10% off of that. So instead of being like a 25% discount, it'll be like probably 13 or 14, or 23 or 24% off, something like that. Oh, okay, some clarification now. Everybody can do that except for Diomedes. Okay, clarification. Oh, Kira just did it too. Okay, we'll get you a coupon, Kira. That's all the socials. Wonder Hamster, can you link Discord in here? I don't think I'm signed in on this computer. There we go. All right, let's do one more of these and then I'll change colors. What next though? Black, green, or purple? What's the color we're going to do next? Oh, Spook votes black. C4, hello. And good afternoon. Yeah, thank you, Knitter Girl. No, it's just that the link's not working. Spook, do you want to whisper that to me, and then I'll share it? All right. Oh, hey, buddy. What's the matter? Huh? You're all staticky. That's why he's like wincing every time I touch him, because he's shocking. Come on. You trying to get down? Come on. I think. Well, you can go to your whispers and you can type in somebody's name. All right. So for the black color, this is black. It's not like the color black it's going to be is the bottom of Kiba's bowl here. The black, and a lot of the pieces I'm about to like glaze are going to be, the first layer is black, and then we'll put this layer of blue on top of it. Now that I've done that, I've got a little rough spot right there. Yeah, the code that's in the discounts channel. There should be like one of the channels that says there's only going to be one thing there, or a couple of things there. So one of them should say like sub discount or something. Yes, and they have their discount for their points, or that you get a special code for that. Something sharp in there. Is it true that small girl Laura is actually 6'5"? That's the rumor you heard. You know, I don't know. You know, people can be whatever they want to be on the internet, so. Two people that I've met in real life now, after first meeting them on stream, they twice now, the first thing that they've said to me is like, "Oh wow, you're tall." Because when you just see half of me here, you never know how tall anybody is, or how to gauge size, I guess. You're small. You're 5'2". But did Diomedes use the points? Yeah, I've already I've given him his coupon code already. Yeah, he used his points like last week. We need to make one. Kira just used her points, so we need to make one for her. But yeah, I realized like when I started having people help me out here in the studio that I had like made everything in here, you know, obviously for myself, I made everything comfortable for my height, and like had like people significantly shorter than me in here having to use a step stool to get up to reach things, and I felt bad. So Diomedes does have his points. I've already made a coupon code for them, but Kira just redeemed their points, so we need to make her a code. Laura, thank you. Now I need to remember to not make this Starry Night because it needs to be solid black, but then it needs to have orange on top of it. So may like put it with the orange things after this. That is a Dragonlance is a book series I have never read. Oh yeah, you used to get all big omnibus editions. I bet it's on. It's got to have audiobooks. I may have to try it. Your teachers couldn't believe that you read it all. Yeah. All right, and I've got the next group over here that is going to be the Arizona Sunrise. So they will each get a base of black, but I just want to make sure they're separated out here. Oh no, Kira, that's awful. You're a heat tender. You're too distracted by other entertainment now to read books. And now, Spook, when you read, it's mostly nonfiction. I go back and forth, but mostly fiction. Of course, being in the studio here, I can listen to audiobooks while I'm working, and so that's why I consume so many books. But on the other hand, like I don't watch much TV at all. Because while I could watch something back here, and I do occasionally, it has to be something with purpose, and it's easier for me to like work and listen rather than like watch because I've got to be looking at what I'm doing. Diomedes, you're learning to read. I'm so proud of you. you feel like you're only half paying attention to audiobooks, so you miss things, yeah. And that happens sometimes, and that's why there's a rewind button or start over. It's definitely different if I'm reading something or listening to something that's a story that I've read before. There are some books that have like a lot of rereadability that I can just put on and just have it in the background versus something that's new that sometimes will just like catch you and just make you stop and pay attention. Laura, you read it long ago. Nowadays, you get sleepy after reading just a few pages, yeah. There's a book on Scribd you want to listen to. It's a historical account and study of cannibalism. Whoa. Diomedes, you can really sink your teeth into books on cannibalism, yeah. That's a good one. Books on cannibalism really eat at you, yeah. Yeah, Underground is a 50-hour-a-week audiobook listener. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I've never listened to books on Spotify. I use Audible, and I have my, one book a month that I get, but they give you so much other content that I listen to. I go back and forth between audiobooks and podcasts, and then stuff that I can get from the library. Like, a lot of Mercedes Lakey's books for a while now have been free on Audible, if you're a Amazon Prime member. A lot of their free promotions like that are free to listen to, but not download. So, like, once that promotion is over, then you have to pay for the books. But it's still really good to, like, they do it a lot of times to, like, for the first couple of a series to see, for you can check it out, see if you like it. And then buy the other, 27 books in the series. Wonder Hamster, do you have something you need to say? You got a problem? We each had our own Audible account, and then we decided just to have one Audible account. Oh, you sent me your logo? Okay, is that the same as the custom mug price? Yes. Because we'll have to make a stamp for it. Oh, I see how it is. You can't find it. There's a book called Written in Bone that you want to read. Is this a fantasy book, or is this a novel, or is it your cannibalism book? No, the one I'm thinking about that I've seen a lot recently is like Blood and Bone, something like that. It's about forensics, gotcha. So there's an abandoned Audible account with books on it, just shivering in the cold. Yes, well, it gets visited. It has a lot of audiobooks on it. I'll let that dry a little bit. This is a butter keeper that's been ordered in the Scrubland color, the black and white. Whoa, so you have a lot more than me. Actually, I don't know how many titles I have. And then we'll put white on it once that dries some. And the same thing with this one. $11, thank you. Where does it tell you how many titles you have? Is it just listed there and I never pay attention to it? $248 titles. So you've got me beat by a lot. So are you like, how many credits do you get a month? And do you download all the free stuff? Diomedes, thank you. I missed one. You happened to see it on your Amazon account the other day, yeah. Have to see how many I've downloaded from the library too. Though those are limited to only 12 per month. Oh yeah, and then you buy credits when there are deals, yeah. See, I don't know if Diomedes is leading up to a joke or if they're actually being serious, so I was just waiting for the punchline. I gotta get my hopes up. Yeah, you grab the free stuff whenever you can, but yeah, like I was saying, it is temporary, so when they are done with it, it just goes away. Oh, you got, like, how much did you pay for 30 credits? I need to pay more attention to the deals. I'm not done with this. I was done with the cup. I need to dip the other half of these. Well, Underground has over 30,000 books. Was it 30,000 or like 3,000 books? But have you read all of them? Or listened to all of them? Because there's a lot that I have in my library that I have not read. 3,000 or more. There we go. Laura, yeah, you've got some credits you need to use too, yeah. What type of books do you like to read? So I normally go for fantasy type books or history books. Or mystery. Murder mystery type books. Comedy. You have a couple of hard drives with all your pirated books, yeah. Yeah, it's harder to find audiobooks that way. Oh, really? The HBO Max Perry Mason series is a nope. Oh, I hope that would be good. What's more Endeavor? Cool. People always ask if throwing is the hardest on my hands, but it's not. It's like doing things like this where I'm like claw gripping everything. Is that what it was? It was Perry Mason with more gore and perviness. Damien's Gaming, hello. HBO Max tries to Game of Thrones everything. Damien, I think I have some of your mugs around here somewhere, or mugs going to your people. Alright, so I think this is the last one with the black. What color are we going to next? We can do green. Got a lot of green to do, and then the mana. I'll need to do that one. Going through all the colors that need a lot of layers, so I want to do those first. TSS Tech Angel! Hey, how are you? Thank you for the raid! And good afternoon, everybody. I know I called it CATurday, but everybody's left me. I need yellow. I could also do purple. I have yellow and orange and purple over here. Actually, while I've got the black out, I need to do, should have done orange first. Where's orange? So we gotta do some that are the portal color. 86 months? Hey, thank you for the resub. Resub and a raid. Everything all at once. Thank you for the 86 months. That's a really long time. So the portal color is like the Starry Night over the orange. So I do black on the inside. And then do orange on the bottom. This today, technically tomorrow, but today according to Twitch, is our streamiversary. No, partnerversary. Partnerversary. There we go, then we'll be orange on the bottom. So we have been doing this for over 8 years now. Almost every single piece I've made has been made in some part on stream for the past 8 years. And that's kind of crazy to think about. And you've got some of them, yeah. So some of those pieces. All right, now I'm done with that color. All right. Where is the green? Nope, that is not green. That is green. But now I know where the white is. So, like, you can see the green and the brown look almost, and the black look almost exactly the same in the bucket, which is why I've got, like, all the green over here on a different table. So I don't get it confused. But I don't think I'm going to have enough room for all of these over here because I've got them stacked too high. So I'll move them to a different table. Of course, I might not have to if I didn't have all the cat stuff here taking up half my table, but, you know. We here at Poly Studios, we have our priorities in order, so we give half the table to the cat, even when they're not here. And that one is a right-handed mug. This one is a left-handed mug. So you can order that when you go on the website. Tell us which side you want the graphic to be on. Nope, I'm using this. Diomedes, have a good afternoon. And thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we'll see you later, Damien. I think I might have said, did I say Diomedes last time? That's what I get for glancing up and just reading like the first letter of somebody's name. I did, okay. Whoops. Look, we have a baby geek. It's a 10-ounce geek. I need my box cutter. Here we go. Box cutter is a very versatile pottery tool. I end up using it mostly to scrape away the wax, the wax strips. Here we go. Karen, hey, thank you. Yeah, welcome everybody and happy Saturday. I can't say CATurday anymore because my cats have abandoned me. Wonder if Kiba's under the kiln. That's probably where he is. Shoo. Now I'm bespeckled. Gotta remember to look at that before I leave for the day, which I know I'm not going to. Been debating on whether I should go to the grocery store today or not, but it's like the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and I don't know if I'm that brave. I don't think tomorrow's going to be any better. Maybe I'll have to bring my whisk of doom to fight over the last bag of pecans in the building. Yep, Knitter Girl, y'all space the big meals out. We only put a month between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm supposed to bring some type of pie this year, and I'm not a pie cooker. I think I've only ever made like a couple pies ever. I'm more of like a cakes and cookies dessert person. So I'm trying to think if anything comes to mind, I need to be inspired. Do they still make highlights? I think so. Yeah, I think they do. I mean, I remember, getting those in the mail as a kid. Your sister-in-law once volunteered you to make 6 pies for her church. Didn't ask you. Well, I take it, like, is that a compliment, though, because you make good pies? Dragon? Oh, your kids get highlights. They still do. And then, there's something called cricket, too? It's like, I'm pretty sure, like, within the last 10 years, like, my nieces have had them, but I don't know, like, if they're, like, I couldn't vouch for, like, current. Apple and pumpkin. See, I don't need to start with the most ambitious first. Like for me, like I've never made a good pecan pie. Like it's always edible, but it's not like it's supposed to be. You know, it's not like it's always runny. Trying to think of something that's not going to be just like, you know, that everybody's going to bring. I'm bringing other things, but my aunt wants to have, like, she wants everybody to bring a pie. That way, like, it's, because we got a big crowd coming this year. And she wants to have, like, a pie board. Sweet potato pie. I've never made anything except like a Jell-O cheesecake, so I don't know if that's another ambitious thing I want to try. Need to talk to Colleen about that. She's famous for her cheesecakes. Oh yeah, let's not even talk about homemade pie crust. I dip the top and then the bottom so that the glaze will dry out faster on the mug. Oh, hey, buddy. Where'd you go? Hey. Come on. Get the box cutter out of his way. Let's explain that one to the vet. Yes, he sat on a box cutter. Yeah, buddy. Should I go get him a piece of ice? That's his like favorite thing ever. I'll go get him a piece of ice. We'll see if he'll stay there. We have ice cubes. Kiba's favorite thing ever. Like if he hears ice rattling in your drink, he will sit there and scream at you. I mean, he's gonna go until those ice cubes are gone. The best way to bribe him to leave you alone, because it's not. Because I say that now, he's gonna stop. Nope, just had to come up to breathe. I mean, he's over here at my feet like, what has he got? It's not treats. Like when we had an ice maker, he would like come running when he would hear the sound of the ice maker. Kind of wish you could hear the sound effects here because it's just got like the little like rattle, rattle, rattle of the ice in the bowl. Spook, did I enjoy TwitchCon? Yes. TwitchCon, it was so busy. Such a busy time that it was very stressful because we had that and the Rhinebeck show at the same weekend. But it was fun. We got to meet a lot of people, you know, in person that we'd only ever seen online. Got to hang out with Paul Pape Designs for a couple of days. Is that how the cats glaze the inside of the pots? That's what keeps him so busy. Yeah, East Coast TwitchCon would be awesome, yeah. Well, we'll know in probably January or February where it's going to be. All done? You heard no on Vegas again? Like, I highly doubt it. Like, they don't know where they're going to be, but if I have the feeling they're probably not going to be in Vegas again. Like, I think usually, like, if they sign a contract for like 3 years, then why wouldn't they tell us immediately they're coming back, you know? Fury, thank you. Yes, we've been Twitch's official pot dealer for 8 years now. But regardless, like, I really hope it's not in Vegas again. It was not, sorry, that's Kiba's tail. It was like, I don't think it was the best venue for Twitch. Close up of the kitty scratches. Move this before it gets knocked over. What next? We got the green. This one is the Mana Blue, and it is one that is more that really doesn't look like what it's going to look like in once it's fired. Because this one is going to be like a nice dark cobalt blue. And the reason it's pink right now is because cobalt carbonate is pink, whereas cobalt oxide is more black because it's more concentrated. You gonna lay down? Hmm. And I've had a lot more ordered in the Mana Blue than usual. Like, the surprisingly large amount of orders I've gotten for, like, colors I don't normally get orders for are, like, Mana Blue and Portal, which is, like, the Starry Night and the orange. But we may not have always had them as options before. I'm trying to remember that. Motivate yourself to make some noodles. What kind of noodles? Yeah, that sounds good. All right, we'll see you in a bit. What? Gotta take care of the eye boogers. So demanding. So demanding. I thought you were gonna bite me. He's sitting here purring. He knows he's in the way and that he's or I guess he's just anticipating getting attention. You could go over onto that nice comfy cat bed. Or you could sit here being shocked by me. A little close up. Thank you, buddy. And I'll take the first ones I did and dip them on the bottom. Trying to make up your mind, buddy? Hello, hey! Hey, thank you so much. Well, buddy. Oh, there we go. Cat butt stream. Could come over here and show everybody your good side. Oh, now we got Kiba and 3 cameras. We got 3 cameras. Alright, we got this one. And that's it. Oh, there's a plop. Oh, the purrs. Oh, the purrs. All right, and now let's see. I need to do orange and yellow and pink and blue. A different blue than this one, which is actually underneath this one, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and do it. If I can pick it up. Here we go. Full bucket. No more electric drill. No, the last one died, and I have not replaced it because the whisk works really well. Like Colleen sent me the whisk kind of as a gag gift when it died, but it actually works really well. Like I don't actually need the drill. Only time I wish I had a drill was when I was like mixing up the glaze from dry ingredients because it's really chunky. So that would make it a little bit easier. But the whisk gets the job done. Just keep it laying on the sandpaper. I think he is. Can I find a new piece of sandpaper without having to move my cat? Yes, I can. Wouldn't it be nice if Kiba had a nice comfy place to sleep? So he didn't have to suffer on a hard surface right here. So most of these are going to be the denim and white, so I don't need that really, just for one. Put a box on the cat bed, yeah. Put a piece of bubble wrap on the cat bed is what I need to do. Where would a cat of his status go to rest in that room, right? This is the place to be. This is where I give the most attention. So so he knows that. So that is the place to be if he wants attention. This is the prime petting spot. I know you're not asleep. Your tail keeps flopping around. Look at that tail. Boom, that's right, yeah. There's a cat tower, a cat dungeon, a cat sofa. No thanks. No, and there's also 2 handmade crocheted pillows over here that have been sent to him by his adoring fans. Nope. He'd rather sit on the pottery wheel or in a box of bubble wrap, which I imagine is pretty comfy. Too soft, obviously. All right, 2 more of these. And last one. I think I'll do orange next. You know what? Purple's on top. I'm going to do purple first. That's another one I don't have a great deal left of. Oh, what was I talking about you? I don't think I was. You're not purple. So I've got some purple food coloring over here. We can remedy that. You can't get the belly? No, nope. there was a nibble. Only have 4 or 5 purple things to do, so we'll see if I have enough. I should. What's the matter, buddy? You need some help? There you go. Well, I thought you wanted to go over there. Were you just thinking about it? Let me check that color. Was that supposed to be sweet pea or solid purple? It is supposed to be solid purple. Ooh, back with food. Here, you want down? Come on. Gotta go check the status of his food bowl. Alright, just these two and I'll leave purple alone. Cat rule number 1, always be unpredictable in your daily routines. I don't know. My cats, they bounce on, you know, try to bounce off of my head at 7:30 every morning. They have a pretty good schedule. Cat rule number 2, pay no attention to the rules. Yeah, there we go. Cats were once worshipped as gods, and I know Kiba has never forgotten it. Whatever happened to Kiba's bow ties? We still have some around here. I just, Gave him a break from them after a while. I think what actually happened is I took them home to wash them and then never brought them back. I was just thinking that I needed to get him like a holiday bow tie. See if I can find a red or green one. Alright, that's it for purple, and that's about all I'm going to do with purple. I need to make some more of it. Yeah, out of all the things we've had on Kiba, I like the bow ties the best. He's had bandanas. He's had just his regular collars. I like his bow ties. Now this one is orange, and you can kind of tell that this one is orange. It's a much lighter version of what the final will be. The final is up here. Like the bottom of this one. Top is pink, the bottom is orange. That's what this color is. Why doesn't Kiba have an air tag? It's because Kiba doesn't wander that much. And when I say that much, I mean at all. He doesn't. Gonna dip these. Because the reason Minnie has one is because she actually stayed out overnight and had me worried. If Kiba goes outside, he just goes and like sits under the trailer. Or goes next door to see what the special is. They're chipped. I don't know if Kiba's chipped or not, because he was just a stray cat that came up. I don't think we ever purposely had him chipped. These are going to be the orange and pink, just like you see on the sample up there. Yeah, now the ones that we got from the shelter are chipped. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that. I'll keep these over here and then grab the other two. If we're getting closer here, need to do yellow after this. This is an easy one to like miss spots on because once the glaze dries, it's like almost the exact same color as the raw clay. So I've got to be careful, make sure I'm not missing any spots. Hoping maybe they're moving furniture next door or something, but it like almost felt like the and it could have been the quarry. We have a quarry that blasts and it'll feel like a little earthquake. And now this is going to be orange over black, and I almost forgot about it. All right, now for yellow. Crystal Wolf, hey! You're in an autistic craft mood, so you're going to be lurking and crafting. Nice! What are you working on? You're making a sewing organizer. This mug is, it's going to be blue over yellow. But it's the state of Kentucky, which is where we are, but with like a leaf pressed into it. The texture of a leaf. And this one says F off, I'm gaming. But it's a bright, happy yellow color. Also, you're working on a scrap bin for fabric. Well, Kiba's going to be occupied for a while. He just knocked over the treat box. But I'm smart this time. I got a screw top lid, so it's not like a bag he can just chew through. Mark Sonsk, hello. Hello. And thank you. All right, I need the pink for a couple of things, and then sea spray and white. So another one that I need to restock on is pink. But I think I've got just enough to get done with what I need. And this one is actually pink, it's not blue like the other one. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit and do second layer on it. This needs to dry a little bit more too. So I do those after supper. But I could go ahead and do all the things that need to be unicorn farts. It's only like 4 things. Because they just need a little bit of pink on the rim, just like that. That's all. And that was the very first glaze I did, so it's dry enough. I think I got everything. This one is going to be the cotton candy glaze, which is right up here. The first one, the blue over pink, that's what this one's going to be. And I doubt you can read my chicken scratching, but I can. If I squint at it hard enough. But I wrote like cotton candy on the bottom of this one because it was the only one that needed to be pink. I didn't want to get it confused with anything else. You can write on the bottom of the pots with pretty much anything and it'll burn off in the kiln. So sometimes I do that if things need to be like weird colors that I don't normally do. I think even the orange I can do. Let's get this cleaned off. Because the orange also doesn't need to be very much, it just is around the rim. Too many noodles, never. Noodles with a side of Ritalin. Jessa May, thank you so much for the 18 months. And good afternoon. Thank you for the resub. And perfect timing too. It is our streamiversary. Or partnerversary, whichever is the way to say it. Partnerversary. We've been partnered for 8 years now. Okay, I'm going to wait and let those other ones dry out a little more before I put pink on top. And we can do some sea spray. You heard recently that you've been streaming for 6 years. Yeah, how time flies. You're back. Pizza dough's in the fridge. Oh no. I just brought it over and I dinged it like on the side of the wheel. Shoo. See where my black is, put some more black on the rim and let that dry some. Luckily it just like gave the rim a little bit of a chip and I was able to sand it down. And I'm getting a phone call. So let's see what that is. Be right back, guys. We are back. So yeah, so this one, the one that chipped, I checked to see if it like cracked the piece, and it doesn't look like it did. So I just like sanded down the rim and added a bit more glaze. I'm gonna let that dry for a second and kind of dip the others, keeping them away from the wheel. And then this is the Mana Blue. You never realized how hard like cutting out a pattern with a healing cut would be. Oh yeah, especially if you're having trouble like steadying your hands or gripping. Oh, you watch another streamer who has a cat named Trinity, and they call him Trin, and you keep typing tricks. I miss that cat. Hey, Manny. She came running in. You go see what's outside. Alright, anything else? The sweet pea over here. And some of these yellow ones. Oh, you're working on an apron. Then you need to get some stuffing because you're going to make teddy bears after the apron. Fun. When you set up your sewing machine, you want to make hats and undies, covering top to bottom. Are underwear hard to make because they're like stretchy, or does that not matter with the fabric? You just have to sew stretch fabrics a certain way. All right. Now these will get another layer, but this one has to dry first. You almost got a serger for $50, but didn't have the funds. Is that a good price for them? I always see like sewing machines at the like Gov Deals auctions, the surplus auctions, and I wonder if they're a good deal or if they've been used so much that they're like worn out. Okay, I need to pull things up and see which of these yellow ones need to have blue on top. They're for stretch fabrics, gotcha. Okay, F Gaming is black over yellow, so I need to set it aside. Leaf. D20. Yeah, and then the other two. Yeah, it seems like one of those things that's like a very specialized piece of equipment, but the thing is something you might find at an estate sale. Or that somebody might be getting rid of cheaply because you have to, it's meant for only one thing, and that's a very special thing. I keep putting the lid on this one. I know I need it again. Okay, now I think I'm done with it. the celery for the Misty Forest. Make sure that's right. Yes, yes. Don't hit it on the side of the bucket. All right, that's that one. I could do white. I think I remember where the white is. I'm going to go get some water to add to this white because it was super thick the last time I used it. Think all your furniture will be coming from Marketplace? You can find some good stuff. So this is going to be blue and white. Hey, mattress still in the box, free. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes people need, need just to get rid of stuff. I mean, when moving, I've left stuff behind before because we didn't have room for it or we couldn't move it. Another way to get stuff like that, I don't know if you have a lot of estate sales up there, but if you like the bigger items in an estate sale and things that aren't antiques are the things that are going to go for dirt cheap and usually go last. Because I know you said you've gotten a lot of like crocheted blankets that way, like through like thrift shops and stuff. But it's the same way at some of the estate sales. They're like 50 cents for all towels or hand towels or something, and $1 for blankets. And up there, there's a lot of the old world style furniture that goes cheaper for free. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Come on. I know the last one I went to, I rummaged through a bunch of the boxes of cookbooks and found a lot of old cookbooks. So old for me. I found like a couple that were from the 70s, like one from 73 and 76 that were the old like Methodist church fundraising cookbooks. I love stuff like that. One of them had like 3 or 4 pages of Jello mold recipes. I enjoy seeing what people were like proud of that they wanted, what recipe they wanted to share, you know. Thrift stores are one of your 2 vices, the other is sugar. Oh, buddy. I saw you knock over the treats. Did you get the box open? You're not licking your lips. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. thrift stores have reward programs. Yeah, and you spend a max of 20, right? You have it's like it's more fun when you have a limit like that. See what you can get out of it. Hmm. He actually meowed at me. You have to work. Oh, you have a work Christmas party coming up, and you're not sure about what to wear. Nice or casual? I always go for casual. Like, I guess unless they tell you it's something fancy. I've actually never been to a work Christmas party. Like one of my friends works for UPS, and they gave them a Christmas dinner, like or Thanksgiving dinner. Like they gave them a box with a turkey in it and like all the stuff to make stuffing and like sweet potatoes. Like they gave them a full like Thanksgiving dinner as a bonus. I'm like, I didn't know places did that anymore. Your Christmas party at the newspaper when you were there was the sales rep getting you a buffet of food and some booze. Nice. Yeah, and I would honestly just ask, like, ask what people are wearing or ask what if there is a dress code. Oh no. I've got some of these that need to be solid white, so it's not a color request we get very often. Oh yeah, don't stab your finger like with a needle. Yeah, explain that one to the doctor. No, I'm bleeding not because of the injury. It's I was trying to sew. Spook, that's crazy. Like at your wedding, they almost kicked out your brother for wearing sneakers. I didn't realize places had rules like that anymore. All right. Oh my gosh, I love that emote. You're having trouble spelling today, Crystal? That's okay. Here. We'll get my keyboard, and then all other keyboards will feel better. Oh no, Spook, your keyboard is the one that you spilled coffee on. Gotcha. I've done that with tea, but it was just a little bit of tea that spilled onto the keyboard, but it like got something important. But I am going to go get something for supper. And see who else is on right now. Ooh. I don't even know what touch typing means. Does that mean you don't have to look at the keyboard? If I can find the F, if I can find the what is it, the F and the J, I can for the most part. So so yeah, so I can operate this keyboard because pretty much I know where everything is, so I don't have to look at them. Yeah. You took a typing class in high school? Yeah, I think we all it was like mandatory. We are gonna go see Valencia Glass. They are they were at TwitchCon this year, and I got to meet them in person. There we go. So you don't usually see glass blowing on Twitch, so it is very interesting to watch. Caro, hey, thank you so much. Yes, so we have had a good partnerversary. We've been partnered now for 8 years, and yeah, I can't even imagine not streaming now. Does the clay dust not mess up the keyboard input? No, the dust does not. No, and because it's gotten splattered with just a layer of clay, like any moisture that gets on here just gets soaked up by the clay, and so water never makes it to the keyboard. Plus, there's not like just a lot of just like water splattering around in here. So it somehow works. It could just be magic, but it does operate. But right now we are, I'm going to go get some supper, and we're going to go see Valencia Glass. I'll be back, probably not tomorrow, but Monday and Tuesday I might be here. Doing some more glazing, doing some shipping and stuff. So have a wonderful evening, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend, and if I don't see you again, have a good Thanksgiving, and eat plenty of turkey. Y'all have a good night. There we go. Let's do that.